It's your boy MetPack420 here, coming at you with another one. And today's ass cancer we're going to be talking about is Cuties on Netflix. Alright, so the other day, hashtag cancel Netflix is trending. And I'm thinking, alright, what stupid show that they put on to piss people off, right? We're canceling everybody for every stupid little thing, right? You make a bad joke on Twitter and you get canceled. Oh boy! Alright, so the synopsis is that this is like a coming-of-age story about a Muslim girl who grows up in like a conservative Muslim household, and she rebels against it by joining a dance crew. But this dance crew is like, well, they pretty much dance like it's a Cardi B video. Like, this is like Anaconda WAP levels of ugh. Like, these girls are like getting down. Mind you, these girls are like 11, 12, something like that. Now, I've seen some gross things in my life. Like, I grew up on rant.com back in the day and other shock sites, if you've ever been on those. This is way out of my league as far as, like, shock and gross content that I've seen. Like, this is borderline, like, child porn, in my opinion. Like, this is up there. Like, some people are saying it is child porn. Like, I mean, I haven't actually seen it for myself. I've only seen clips on Twitter. But the clips I've seen make me uncomfortable. Like, everything from the cinematography to the acting I've seen, it makes you uncomfortable. I feel like I need to go to church after watching that shit. Like, it made me feel gross. I couldn't imagine reviewing this, let alone watching it. Speaking of reviewers, I saw this one guy who's, I'll give him credit. He does a legit review, and he does talk about how, like, actual things about the film, right? Story, the acting, stuff. Things like that, right? But then he gets to the part where he talks about how the movie makes you uncomfortable, and then he's like, you know what? This movie made, like, he's like, these girls, they're hot. Like, straight up, he's like, these girls are hot, and I don't care what you say about me. But the movie did it to me. And I was like, for real, bro? That's like saying she deserved it. Oh, these people are fucking, like, these people are just gross, man. Like, I'm like, bro, you can't defend that. So he's getting blown up in his comment section, right? So I'm not gonna mention his name because I don't want to give guys like that any more clout than they already have in this stupid world. Like, but that's just something I saw. Like, people like that. I saw them all over Twitter. People defending this film, calling it art and all that. I'm just like, listen, I understand. Like, so they're trying to portray this movie as being against, like, child exploitation, but in order to achieve that, they exploited a bunch of children. Like, it is one of the most nonsensical, backwards things. Damn it! One of the most nonsensical, backwards things I've seen, like, out there, and that's what's happening in the world. But it is a straight-up clown show. You know, the world's a clown show. You know, Hollywood has a problem. They've had this problem for a very long time, and it's an open secret, right? There is a problem in Hollywood with, like, adults diddling little kids. There is. It's freaking rampant. Like, Family Guy used to make jokes about this. Brett Ratner, Kevin Spacey, all the time. This stuff used to, like, Roman Polanski, ring any bells? Alright, has anyone ever seen a movie called Pretty Baby? Speaking of, they're like, this is not the first movie to do something like this. And honestly, I think Pretty Baby's worse. That's a movie Brooke Shields probably regrets. Like, let's be real. But that movie, Cuties, is not the first movie to this child exploitation thing. This happens a lot, right? Like I said, Brooke Shields ended up doing this thing. I think she played like a child prostitute in this movie, and there's like pictures. It's gross. Like, I don't want to get into it. Like, that's just gross. But yeah, Hollywood has a problem. All right. Roman Polanski, Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, Brett Ratner. There are names and names and names and names. Like, names and names. Like, damn, I'm awfully shocked today. There are names and names and names and names we can go through. Okay, lots of names. Hollywood has a problem, okay? And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if that's why they virtue signal. It's like, oh, look at us, we're so inclusive, and we're not evil people. We don't do bad things, and yeah, they take up for Harvey Weinstein. You know, I seem to remember seeing Meryl Streep call Harvey Weinstein God. I was like, woman, you are disgusting. It's like anything for a buck, right? Anything for a buck. You will fuck. You will fuck for a buck as long as it gets you an Oscar, right? Whatever. Hollywood's depraved.
Zone advantage is
all right.
Zone C lost.
All right, I'm off topic again. Oh man, I'm just these people. You know, these people they're insufferable. You know, Hollywood. Anyway.
Zone A captured.
Anyway, so the director is a woman of color and French. So like, of course it's bad you can't criticize these people, right? Because she's black. You know what? Bullshit. I'm Mexican. I can criticize her. That shit's fucked. And I don't want that shit on Netflix. Like, I love shows on Netflix. Like, I love Witcher, right? I love that show. Great show. Great game. Great show. Love that show, okay? I'm not gonna pay for Netflix if they're gonna have that bullshit on there. Like, not gonna do it. Not gonna waste money. Like, Christ, that's just for real. Like, for real, guys. And then like they disguise it under art. Okay, whatever. Like, you know, I know how movies work. Someone had to do the cinematography for that. Okay, so they had these girls twerking and dancing like all the time, all day, every day to get the choreograph down, right? Or the choreography down. All day. That's what they were doing, right? And supposedly more than 600 girls auditioned for the lead role. So you probably had 600 girls twerk in front of these guys for casting. And apparently casting took months. Like months. How many months? Who knows? 1 month? No. Months. 3 months? 5 months? Who knows? Just months. Okay? That's creepy to know, right? Who has these tapes, right? Who has these audition tapes? Like, someone has these audition tapes of a bunch of little girls dancing in, like, underwear. I bet. Like, that's just, ugh. Like, fuck Hollywood, dude. Fuck these people. Like, gross. Oh, my God. You know, I keep getting that shit in my Twitter mentions. It was kind of making me mad, honestly. Right? I've never been so, like, mad and, like, sad and, like, just, I don't know. It was just a weird feeling. I felt gross. I was like, ew, why is this here? But then, like, you know, you had, it's like the train wreck. You're like, I was like, ugh, this is, ugh. Like, and you look, I felt so gross, right? And just like, ugh. And you can't unsee shit like that, right? It's like you see it and you can't unsee it. Like, you see a bunch of dead bodies hanging out of the train. You like, whatever. It just, ugh. No, it was gross. And, ugh. The people that made this film are just, ugh. What the hell's wrong with them? And like, again, people on Twitter are defending it, calling like this. Oh, it's you just don't understand it. Like, you need to watch it with context. Like, no, I don't want context. And apparently, context makes it worse. So, you know, I don't like get that shit off of Netflix, man. Like, for real. Like, you know, give me more Witcher. You know, like. Give me, like, put the 70s show back on there. That's another thing. Like, that's another reason to cancel Netflix. They took off that 70s show. That is a show I used to like get really fucking high to and just, you know, watch. I like that show. Old school show, right? But, you know, people you know, I saw a rumor going around. It's because Danny Masterson is, like, you know, another, like, that's another guy, right? Another guy. Danny Masterson, you know, raped some chick or whatever, staked some chicks. That's another name, but seriously, there's a rumor going around that they were canceling 70s, getting rid of that 70s show because of Danny Masterson being a creep. But no, it's just contract was running out. I don't know where that show's gonna go. But anyway, yeah, cancel your Netflix. Fuck Netflix. Fuck Hollywood. Rant over. I'm done.